Happy Red Shirt Friday. I know it is super late, but unfortunately, we have, oh, it is dark. We've been kind of scrambling and running around and getting ready for tomorrow, and I cannot believe that Friday is finally here and that tomorrow is Wreaths Across America Day, the day that we have been working all year long for. So thank you for continuing to follow us, and thank you for all the help that we had this week. I posted the video that the truck came in, and Arpin Van Lines is a huge supporter, and Chris, our driver, was amazing. He was so nice, and then of course he kind of helped us out a little bit because we were short-handed for unloading the truck, but that was awesome to see. Something tells me I either need more space or different planning for holding 123 boxes of wreaths. So, but thanks so much. So everyone's asking about tomorrow. So I have enough of the 9:30 shift. So the 9:30 shift of volunteers, for those that I have spoken with you and we've confirmed, either myself or Trish, excuse me, I'm sick or I'm something, I'm fighting something, I don't know what it is, but so 9:30, y'all are going to meet here at my office, and with those with a truck, we've got to pick up 55 boxes, and those 55 are going to go to Oak Hill Cemetery. Oak Hill is 801 East Avenue, Claremont. There's parking across the way. And then you can park around the cemetery. Please do not block the driveways, the personal driveways, and do not park inside the cemetery, please, because we're going to have the ceremony there. The vehicles that are allowed in the cemetery are the ones that will be unloading and keeping the ceremony area kind of blocked off. So please do not park in the cemetery. And I suggest there's very limited parking space for a handicap, so please try to get there a little bit early. But for those that are showing up at my office at 9:30, we're going to unload the 55 boxes. Then we're going to go to Oak Hill Cemetery, unload the actual boxes, place the wreaths around the flags. So if you're volunteering again from last year, you remember what we did. We put all of the wreaths on the ground, out of the boxes, around the American flag area. So that's going to be about shy of 500 wreaths. This way we can make sure that at least everyone that shows up at 10:45 for the actual volunteers for the wreath laying ceremony will have at least one to place. So we're going to keep those kind of manned a little bit. We'll have somebody standing there, and also there'll be some of us available to answer questions. Some people will show up because they were told, hey, this is a great thing, come out, and then they won't necessarily know what's going on. So this year we're going to actually have a table of information, and maybe for next year's volunteers, and then some items. So please come out. A lot of the volunteers also made some of the items that we're going to be giving away as thank yous on tomorrow's ceremony. So please come out, take one, just because we still don't know how many volunteers we have. This is a rain or shine ceremony, so please come out, dress accordingly. Last year, thank goodness, the rain stopped just in time for the ceremony itself. So Wreaths Across America, like we've been talking about all year long since 1992. This was something that was kind of like 5,000 extra wreaths were kind of hanging around, and the Morrow Worcester and Worcester Wreath Company had them available and asked Arlington Cemetery to be able to place these, and it just kind of started from them. And then 2005, the iconic photo went out where it had the snow as the background with all of the wreaths placed in there. And then of course in 2007, Wreaths Across America became a nonprofit. And I told y'all my favorite thing was that the main CEO and president collect a $0 salary, because that's how much they just feel this is super important to them. And I hope y'all could hear me because I am fighting a cold or something. I don't know. Not even Jack Honey and honey helped me with my tea. So tomorrow's ceremony, again, will start at 10:45. Please come out there. We're going to have the Sea Cadets. We're going to have Boy Scout troops, Girl Scout troops. We're going to have a lot of veterans. Again, if you need a special kind of parking, we don't really have a lot of handicap space. So not only I need y'all to dress accordingly, but kind of be patient. If you need a little bit to walk, please come on out. And if you have a particular ceremony, a veteran's gravesite that you want to honor on your own, please let us know so we can make sure that that one is left for you. A lot of times what we'll do is we'll have the family members come grab their wreath first and then go and set to place your wreath on your gravesite. So we're going to have some information to hand out as well. We're also going to have, I believe, the Boy Scout Troops 551. I think, don't get me wrong on that one. I'm going to blame it on this cold. But they're going to be doing the 13-fold for the American flag. And a lot of y'all, every time I try to talk about a little bit of something, so we're going to go over that. So the 13 folds is, the first fold of our flag is a symbol of life. The second fold is a symbol of our belief in eternal life. And y'all know I'm cheating because I keep looking over because there's no way I can remember all this. The third fold is made in honor and remembrance of the veterans departing our ranks who gave a portion of their lives for the defense of the country. And the fourth fold represents our weaker nature. As for American citizens trusting in God, it is to Him we turn in times of peace as well as in time of war for His divine judgment guidance. The fifth fold is a tribute to our country. For in the words of Stephen Decatur, our country in dealing with other countries, may she always be right, but it is still our country, right or wrong. The sixth fold is where our heart lies. The seventh fold is a tribute to our armed forces. The eighth fold is a tribute to the one who entered into the valley of the shadow of death, that we might see the light of day. The ninth fold is tribute to womanhood and mothers. The 10th fold is a tribute to the fathers, for he too has given his sons and daughters for defense of our country since they were first born. The 11th fold represents the lower portion of the seal of King David and King Solomon and glorifies in the Hebrew eyes the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The 12th fold represents an emblem of eternity and glorifies in the Christian eyes God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And the 13th fold of when the flag is completely folded, the stars are uppermost, reminding us of our nation's motto, "In God we trust." Now, after the flag is completely folded and tucked in, it takes on the appearance of a cocked hat, ever reminding us the soldiers who served under General George Washington and the sailors and Marines who served under Captain John Paul Jones, who were followed by their comrades and shipmates in the armed forces of the United States. So that is the 13 folds that the Boy Scout troops of 551 will be there, and there will be a lot of kids, so please, when you're driving into the area, kind of keep an eye out. We will have the presentation. Now, if you're trying to figure out how long it's going to be, the ceremony starts at 10:45. We will have a moment of silence nationwide at 12 noon, and then I want to say we should be done about 12:30. For those of you that want to continue to help us, like I said, we've sponsored 9 cemeteries this year, and so we are going to need help. Thank you, April Rager group. With you and your team, you are taking over the Oakland, Old Oakland and Oakland Tilden, and y'all will be taking care of that cemetery. We have Ethan and his family taking care of Mount Verde with some volunteers. I need some volunteers for Ferndale. I believe we have a volunteer for Astatula. Mount Dora is taken care of. We're doing Claremont, and then if anyone is willing to take some and help us with Mineola and Groveland, that would be super helpful. I'm hoping to be able to make it through to tomorrow. I didn't have much of a voice today. So if you have questions, please, right now, Trish and I are like super swamped trying to finalize everything for the Wreath Across America ceremony tomorrow. But send us a message, give me a call. For all of those that have promised to volunteer, please show up. We will need you. Last year we had 100 people, and it was truly amazing to have that many volunteers show up. We do have a table with information. I do have a drone. I still am in need of a photographer if you're able to. One photographer that we may have is working, and then he's going to try to rush over when he gets to work. Unfortunately, my drone and photographer had a family emergency, and they will be dealing with a funeral that day. Hey Jay, I see you. Let me know if you guys are coming out. I believe there's going to be several of the cadets and their families out there, so please join us. We are making a few calls and leaving some messages, so please give us a call back, because that means we need something or we want to confirm something. So any other questions? Tomorrow's the day. Wreaths Across America is finally here. If you take some photos, please share those photos on our group page that we're going to be tracking, and that is Friends of South Lake, Wreaths Across America. And then if y'all could hashtag everyone plays a part and many hands, many hearts. That is the taglines of Wreaths Across America, and that'll help us be able to track them. And last year we had some really great photos. We had some black and whites. There's going to be a lot of kids out there. We're also going to have a few members that did the coins at the gravesite, and I believe I discussed those coins with you guys last time. And just to go over those real quick, because if you are going to bring a coin, let me know so we can, well, no, don't let me know, just do it. I'll make sure that everyone will, you know, just kind of, they had a lot of questions, so I'm going to try to have the flyer out there as well. But again, if you see the coins on there, a lot of times what they'll do is they'll take the pennies themselves, and that's going to go to Bushnell, and that'll pay for cemetery, not necessarily veteran graves ceremonies, but burials for the less fortunate. But the pennies do mean that you're letting the family know you visited, and the nickel means that you were in basic training with them. And then the dime means that you served at some point with them. Now, if there's a quarter on the headstone or the gravesite, that means that you were there when the soldier was killed in action. And again, these coins let not only friends but the family know that you were there and they weren't alone. And that quarter means so much to the Gold Star moms and dads. So I always think I'm going to lose it on that one. So there will be a lot of Gold Star parents there. If you see them, all I can say is some people feel like they need to come out and thank them. Other people feel just to go over and give a moment of silence to their veteran gravesite. Whatever is on your heart that you're feeling for that day, it's going to be full of emotions. I have somebody that volunteered one time, and ever since then she joins us, and she will be the first one to tell you that the moment of silence is truly powerful, especially if you've never been to a ceremony like this. So I appreciate y'all for letting me ramble, giving you information, and tomorrow I will probably be meaner meaner than normal, so I apologize right now if I am. I just have a lot on my mind, hoping that this ceremony goes perfect. I hope the rain holds off, and I hope that I remember everyone, and I remember to thank everyone, and I forget. I'm so sorry. I cannot really apologize enough if I do miss something, because that is something that I will definitely apologize for if I miss your name, because everyone has helped us do so much to get this ready, and the ceremony for the veterans' graves are going to be super important. So in light of my normal what's today, so there was quite a few things today, but today was National Salesperson Day. So every second Friday in December is National Salesperson Day. So first of all, y'all need to be nice when you go shopping. It is your fault if you forgot Christmas lands in December and you need to buy some presents. Don't be going broke for people you don't even like. But National Salesperson Day, you're going to just, that person has to know their product. That person, whether it's a house or a car or I don't know, perfume or stuff, just be nice to them. It's December, it's the holidays. Over tip. We always do a nice tip, like we had Thanksgiving out, and I know our waitress was happy. One, she had to deal with my extra nonsense with all of my food allergies, and two, she got to make a really good tip for working that day. So National Salesperson Day, don't hug them, just tip them. And then, of course, tomorrow is National Wreaths Across America Day. Please tag your photos, Wreaths Across America Day, or whatever it is that everyone plays a part, so we can keep track of them, or at least place them in the Friends of South Lake Wreaths Across America page. Any questions? Oh, I did have somebody that wants me to talk to them about how to get their cemetery involved as well. Super quick, because I'd rather go over this with you. To become a location coordinator, you first have to talk to your cemetery groundskeepers. If they allow it, and if they're a veteran, they will super love it. If they allow it, there's a couple of things that you have to do. You have to fill out some paperwork, and then you have to map out your cemetery so you can know how many veterans are in your your cemetery. Then you're going to walk the grave sites to make sure and verify that your map actually matches. Unfortunately, they're added pretty much daily, so you're going to have to keep track of that, the changes. And then during the week of the ceremony, you're going to have to place markers, and they're about flags about this big, and that will be on the actual cemetery gravesite that is a veteran, so everyone who comes out and volunteers will be able to spot them quickly and place them, and mainly in hopes to not miss anyone. And then you also coordinate the sponsoring, or hustling for money is what I was doing. And then you're going to also set up a time and date for picking them up in January. Usually pick them up second or third week of January. Depends on the weather, depends on where you're at. In Florida, we get a little hot here, so some of the wreaths will start looking a little yuck. Right now, they're absolutely beautiful and smell wonderful. My office has some, it's like free scents. I don't even have to burn a candle. So you're going to have to kind of coordinate with that first. If you want to know a little bit more details, we have paperwork, we have information and packages. Come out and sign up tomorrow, and then we'll go ahead and talk to you about this probably next week, because we're going to be super exhausted tomorrow. So this will be a super short one, not as funny because I'm not feeling very good today. Plus, I still got to finish the program for tomorrow because, you know, let's wait till the last minute. Procrastinator, I know that's my name. Thank y'all so much. I look forward to seeing y'all and meeting y'all, and everyone that was tagging and sending me messages throughout the year. This is going to be their first Wreaths Across America ceremony. I'd love to meet you. Come say hi. Just don't forget, I may be a little grumpy. Coffee's not going to be enough tomorrow. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Thank you for letting me talk to y'all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.